Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Yondercraft. In this episode, we're going to tear down this ugly old thing and build up a better shop. I have a design in mind. I've already built it once in a creative world to sort of figure out what exactly I'm going to do. So right now, we need to tear this down. We need to tear it down hardcore. Nothing left. Not even the foundation. Alright, well that looks pretty taken down to me. So our next, if I can find it, our next job is I have to put so much stone down. I have to build a whole floor. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. And it's gonna look a little something like this. But don't worry, because when I fill it in, it's not actually gonna look half bad. It definitely needs light, but I don't have torches, so instead I'll have to sleep. But first, I'm gonna get out the next step. I should have some chisel. Okay, just regular andesite then. We can polish it right here, because now this platform needs a bit of a base. And this is what it's going to look like with the base on it. Now, it might just look a little stumpy now, but it's actually not going to look half bad. I think I used the wrong block for this again. It's not actually going to look half bad once I get the walls in. The walls are really what's going to give this build its look, and by the time we get there, you should probably have figured out what the theme is going to be. So, let me throw those walls up. And once those walls are up, it'll look something like this. Looks a little silly with the scaffolding, but it is quite a bit of progress done on this shop. If we go over here, you can see that we've got a little part of the roof done. And I thought we could just... I need to put some light in this building. We'll put some light in this building before we finish off the roof together. I am going to be using these end rods liberally later, but for right now, we can just make sure we don't get spawns while we fill in the roof. And, you know, we'll do that on camera. Why not? Why not? I have a whole episode to fill. I did build this in a creative world. I do not have the screenshots up, so this is me building entirely from memory, which is one of my favorite ways to build. If you haven't tried building exclusively from memory and you don't have memory issues that prevent you from doing that, I would recommend it. Especially if you're being inspired by someone else's build, because it puts your own little twist on it, you know? Like, I may have designed this whole build, but just gotta add a little bit of spice to it. You know? None of those ended up in the configuration I was hoping they would. Yeah. So we'll just finish up this roof, and then we'll head inside, and actually what we're gonna do is we're going to head inside and pick up the blocks I dropped, and then we're gonna take down all the scaffolding, and we're gonna get another look at it, you know? You know? We're gonna get another look at this without all the scaffolding. Cause scaffolding's silly. You don't need so much scaffolding. I forgot to leave open a doorway for there, so I will prop that open as soon as scaffolding gone. So much scaffolding game cannot handle. I'm gonna have to tell so many Beyonders not to touch it, because I'm gonna be putting a large pillar of scaffolding next to this as part of the details, and I feel like that is an accident waiting to happen. Like, a lot of us have some modicum of self-control, but scaffolding towers are just, they're so tempting, you know? You see them with your friend on top of them, and you think, if I punch that tower out, they're going down. And so you do, but yeah, this is what the outside looks like. Fairly industrial. I'm really enjoying how it's turning out. I am pulling a bit of a perspective trick. This is 4 blocks, this is 3, this is 1. I have yet to turn the entire thing to concrete because I'm 1, not up there, and 2, forgot. So I will protect my rails real quick, because otherwise they'll get wet and I'll have to put them down again. Or actually, if I do this here and then make sure I do that outside, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna get the walls finished, and then we're gonna, there's something that goes here that I need to build, and we're gonna get going on that. And there it is, we have now installed several towers to finish off the industrial look, including a way to get up to them, though it is in fact quite dangerous. I'm very happy with how this has turned out. This took me about 3 hours to do when I first designed it, and it's been about an hour now. So, I suppose if you're looking for reasons to try and... Oh, I never showed you guys the interior! Welcome to a world of OSHA violations. None of this stuff is strapped down. We have things piled up at the edge of the platforms. I think my fluorescent lights turned out nice. If I had remembered to punch that bit out, give me a moment, I can fix this. Perfect, perfect. So now that we've sort of seen the interior, you know, everything there is to see about it. Not much, honestly. Let's stock the shop. I did have to dip into stocks a little bit to do things like build the towers, which in hindsight was unnecessary, but like I wanted to build the towers. I don't think I have any red because I don't use an ender chest voraciously yet. So I guess I'll dye all the signs later. Usually when I have an ender chest, I have a box of dyes and I just have a ton of red in there, but what are you gonna do? Make sure I grab as much of this as I can get. And all of this stuff is gonna be priced the same. Just 32 blocks for a diamond, because my farm keeps losing zombies. And so it's a little hard to get constant flow. Not impossible though, it does happen. And then we can mark in the memory book my local disk SATA 2 drive that I finally got booted up because I kept forgetting stuff and I lost my other 2 memory books. And we can write down that we finished the shop and need to dye the signs. Actually, I'm gonna be able to make this look nice. Alright. Iron blocks. 32 per 1 diamond. Alright. Perfect, perfect. I love to see it. Gonna pick up my shulkers and then sleep. And then collect a lovely little screenshot. And then I did some base work that I would like to show you guys. So let me sleep and get a screenshot and we'll go to the base.
What happened, Ruby?
I think you know. I think you know, Rai.
Are
you scared, Rai?
I'm not sure I quite understand.
Are you scared? Can you feel it in your chest? That tightness, that coil that happens when you see the glint of the sword. Can you feel it, Rai? Do you want to know what I'm feeling, Rai?
What are you feeling?
I'm having the biggest adrenaline rush of my life!
Oh, please, come on, man. It doesn't have to end like this. Come on, please.
Alright, after that lovely interlude, we're back at the base where I have made some changes, you know, off-camera work. You know how it is. So this place might look a little different. I covered up the crater with sandstone, so now you can just walk places. I added a little bit of a bamboo farm because I needed scaffolding. If we peek, you can see that there is in fact still a crater down there. Where did I put my sandstone? There we go. Go ahead and repair this real quick. I don't know if I showed you guys the potato farm. It produces fairly well. Pretty fast considering I don't AFK here, and I'm 90% certain that the farmers throw each other a lot of the food. The potato tower still exists because I'm using it for carrots and wheat at the moment. I'm looking to get more of this stacked up into a proper potato tower, and then stick a carrot tower and a wheat tower next to it. Frankly, I might just build 3 of these in a triangle shape. I don't really know how I would stack it. Which, you know, my fault. I didn't build it with stacking in mind. I improved the villager breeder. It now works when these guys get their food. Occasionally I'll get monsters stuck up there because they can walk up past the carpet apparently. I don't use this is a dispenser for minecarts that I don't use. This is the inside. I might put something in here. I also might just leave it as just an interesting space. The entirety of the cactus tower is complete now. Wonderful rainbow. Geralt is new. I got rid of the houses. Went ahead and tore them down because my whole villager setup is now under here. We have all the librarians, a bunch of new villagers actually. I have toolsmiths and weaponsmiths, and I have so many farmers, and a lot of Fletchers. That's how I got this. My lovely Fletchers. And I believe that's the last of the progress. None of this has been updated. I think I only have 2 functioning layers on my iron farm right now because another husk despawned. But that's okay. I have a Secret Santa that I never cleaned up from Uri. Thank you, Uri. It's been almost a month since Christmas. Geralt, those are your wings. You can have those back. What's in the box? Greatest thanks by the Phantom Menace. Oh yeah! Because I built that thing over Halloween. I thought that was last season. Collect the earnings given by the Phantom Menace. Small token of gratitude. It's not much, because our family is currently sitting ourselves in this far land. We could not thank you enough. The landscaping is beautiful. It reminds me of home. The concept of the box belonged to you as payment. I hope you accept. Oh my goodness me, that's a lot. 2 blocks of netherite. I think this is about 20 blocks of diamond and 24 Thank you, Phantom Menace. I'm going to leave you here, Geralt, and you need to be able to hold something. I can give you a thing to hold. What is celebratory? How about a flower? How about a poppy? Here, Geralt, I will give you a poppy. Please don't make me take your wings again. There we go, poppy. Yoink. Oh, now I have an extra shulker box. We have a shop for shulker boxes, and I just don't go there. We have a shop for a lot of things, actually. So if I add this to the collection, and then I think this will actually be in total 3 extra blocks. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you, Phantom Menace. Oh, I'm so happy. Bro, that's really sweet. That's a lot of stuff. Let me get some more bottles in here, and then I'll show you guys what that is payment for, because I believe it's been a fair bit since we've been there. It would be the Halloween District, the reason that the Phantom Menace paid a visit, the terraforming job. This was a job I did for the Phantom Menace over the course of about 2 weeks. I spent a few hours on it every day. We got the rock fall here. I spent so much time getting this coral, it was great. We've got the spooky, ooky purple stuff. We have the mud. Turns out you can put water on top of farmland without it going back to dirt. And so I did that as mud. The trick is you still can't land on it. If you land on it, it does destroy itself. And then we come up here and there's, you know, a whole nother level. And I did this, I believe, a few weeks before Halloween, or a week or 2 before Halloween for Mushi, because this was a Halloween event. So, this is the job I got paid for. I'm still incredibly happy with how it turned out. This was one of my first big terraforming projects. If we pop up here, we can get a good bird's eye view. This was my first big terraforming project, doing a whole little mini biome. And it turned out really well. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. Back to the base. Alright, so we're back at the base. We don't have a lot of time left for this episode, but it's still a little soon to cut it short. So I think once I change out my potions again, I know exactly what we can do. I still don't have a solid floor design for it down here. I have glowstone to light it up. You know, some areas still have torches, gotta take all those out. I think it's time that I tried to put like an actual floor in here, you know? Like over here I don't even have the glowstone. So let's do a quick little building montage of that. Alright, so we're gonna play around over here because this is where I've got space to do so. I want to try and add some water features. I need to get myself an infinite water source real quick. We'll just... This will do. I want to see what this looks like before I commit, you know? Okay, that actually looks real nice. And then there's 3 between, so if I pair it with actually the quartz bricks and then more stairs, I think this will look quite nice. And then I can just... Wrong one. Alright, let me install that and the rest of the floors, and then we'll come to finish out the episode. I'd say this looks pretty neat, you know? I think it looks pretty nice. We didn't get too much done because I couldn't find any more glowstone, but what we've got so far is pretty nifty if you ask me. And I think once I go get more glowstone, this floor throughout this whole little base area will definitely look really cool. Don't mind my infinite water pool here. So that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you're part of the morning crew, I hope you have a great day. If you're part of the evening crew, I hope your day has been great. And if you're part of the afternoon crew, well, I hope your day is going alright. I've been Ruby Robotic, and I will catch y'all in the next episode.